Well, turffontein today. We're on the stand side track, 8 races on the 15th of Feb. And like I said, 8 races, that means bipod race 1, PA race 2, pick 6 race 3, jackpot race 4, and jackpot 2 importantly starts in race number 5. Looking forward to this card. Daryl Marie is going to be joining me right here in studio and hopefully finding us lots of money. I think a lot of us will be bankrupt after Valentine's Day yesterday. So we need to catch this pick 6 and get that money back in our pocket. Now, as far as race 1 is concerned, quite a few first timers here, which makes it tricky. Maiden Juvenile over the 1400. 12 to 10, number 3, a 10 Juku, the son of Eric the Red, 4 Alec Laird. Your second favourite currently is number 4, Whispering Death on debut, the son of Denon Platina. The 2, Porridge Boy, Manu Pandarum's son of Erupt, he's at 5 to 1. 6 is about Winchester, and then it's 8 to 1 and better by those. Daryl, I'm happy to have you here today. I mean, obviously the 3 stands out on form. Do you like any of the first timers? And welcome, by the way.
How are you doing, La?
Thank you, very well.
Good. Yeah, I don't know about anything about the first timer, so I've taken a chance and bankered the favourite in the opening leg of the bar pot. With regards to the first timers, Robbie Sage says number 1 will need the experience. No comment given for numbers 4 and 6. And number 7, Eric's Girl, is a very nice filly. Now, let's touch on the current favourite. You know that he's actually been beaten by one of these runners in this field, and that's Porridge Boy.
Yeah.
But since then, Porridge Boy has taken a trip to KZN and the Western Cape. So he's got some mileage under him. I just don't know what to make of that for a young 2-year-old. He's got a tricky draw to contend with, whereas Tenjuku stayed on the high fault. He's got a 2 draw. He seems to be progressing in each and every start. I think the experience and the draw is certainly going to be in his favour. And I just hope that he can finish in the top 2 positions so that we can get through the opening leg of the bar pot safely.
You make perfect sense there, because Alec doesn't get them really on debut, so that explains that the beating there, and they improve with racing. There's not a huge amount of money on any of the first timers, so yeah, 3 sounds like a good banker, and that's what Daryl's doing. He's taking a chance right here. The horse with experience, how many times they win, incredible. And I want to share with Daryl just very quickly here. Yesterday, the winner and second place for the first race. The commentator will need further and will need the run. So it's very difficult with the first timers to know what they're going to do. Banker 3 by 5 and 10, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, by Banker 2, by Banker 1, by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the spend there for Daryl by pot 72 Rand. Race 1, 12.55. Race number 2 is a maiden plate over 1160 meters. First leg of our PA turpentine this afternoon. And here we have again a few first timers, but this time they're very much in the betting. Number 5, Pumpkin Pie. I know Daryl eats that every Sunday when he's off. And it's Candace Dawson, Gavin Lorena, obviously a beautifully bred horse. The 10, Trail Runner, 5 to 2. Number 7 is at 9 to 2. And then the 4 shows 6 to 1. Daryl, first timer or horse with experience?
Yeah, I do eat pumpkin pie every weekend. And for dessert, I eat the dam, sweetie pie.
Yeah, there we go. Love it.
Do you remember the dam? She won the Oaks, the grade 2 Gold Circle Oaks. She went from 1200 to 2400, Lyle.
Versatile.
Thank you to Candace Dawson for a comment in the front of the computer form. Nice horse, may need the experience. No comment for number 4. Number 6 will need the experience. And number 7, no comment. Lyle, now, I think Miss Dawson securing the services of Gavin Lorena must indicate that...
Mrs. Dawson.
Mrs. Dawson. Indicate that they're expecting a forward run on debut. I'd follow the market closer to race time. In the opening leg of the PA, I've opted to bank number 10, Trail Runner. I think the fact that she's getting a 6 allowance and she's drawn towards the outside, I think with the experience under her belt, I'm hoping she's handier, or if not close, up on the lead this time round. Because on debut, she was actually heavily supported. And last time out around the bend, she wasn't disgraced. She reverts back up the straight. But I think with those 2 runs under her belt, and if she can ping the gates and get on a bicycle early, with the experience under the belt, she may catch the first timer on the back foot. I do expect her to finish in the top 3. Hence my reasoning for banking her in the opening leg of the PA.
What did you put in the bipod, by the way?
I put both of them, the
Okay,
5
good.
and the 10.
All right, so here's that PA Daryl's talking about. Bank of the 10, the horse with experience and a draw. Banker 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quite a few bankers there, which is nice to see. Banker 2 in leg 3, Banker 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Banker 3, 3 and 5, and that's 72 Rand. Race number 2 this afternoon gets underway at 13:32. Race number 3 is a maiden plate for the fillies and mares. They are racing over 1,800 meters. Not easy, this one, I must be honest. Don't like the look of this, but Daryl is going to help us. Number 1, Rising Russian, 18-10. 2-1, number 4, City Lights. 5-2, the 5, Spirit in the Wind, who did run a good race last time. It's then 17-2, the 2, Quello Che. 12-1, and Better Bar those. Daryl, yeah, please help us. I know you can probably eliminate some because of their lack of form, but there isn't too much strong form here.
And you eliminate the one out of the 8, and that one comes to kick out the pick 6.
It's happened many times.
For that reason, I've put in the entire field. I am looking for an upset in the opening leg of the pick 6. Lyle, I've got 3 bankers and 3 fields.
Good.
That's the way I've structured my
Clever.
pick 6.
I like it.
If you go on ratings, you'll probably be leaning towards Rising Russian and City Lights. City Lights having a 29th bite at the cherry. She's going to get it right one of these days, but I don't like the look of this race, and for that reason, I put the entire field. We will get through. Hopefully, we get a little bit of a roughie.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say because I'm looking at the field while you're talking. It's really not strong, and Daryl, I think we might be making the perfect decision here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going field. If Daryl can beat the favourite here, good for the start. Banker 2, Banker 1 by 1 through 10, by Banker 3 by 1 through 10. You've heard Daryl, 3 fields, 3 bankers, 800 Rand, the spend, and race number 3, the pick 6, gets underway at 14:05. Race number 4, this is where the jackpot starts this afternoon. It is a maiden plate over 1,800 meters. You can tag out. Number 1, Santiago's Pride, is not running. That'll leave 12 of them, and your betting has number 2, Count Hutiku. Hutiku, Daryl, is that? Yeah, Hutiku. So I'm checking with Daryl. That's at 16-10. The 13, the Ultimate King, is at 5-2. 7-1, the pair. The 4, a Light in the Storm. And number 5, Mystic Vision. Also in the betting there at 8-1 is number 4. And that, or not number 4, that's number 6, I apologize. Sky Pillar Rock at 8-1. Daryl, the 2 horse, obviously some good form into the race, and Immediate Edge has impressed again.
I'm the last person you should be asking how to pronounce words, Lyle.
Well, I'm so glad I sat and found you, because I'm the same.
Okay, in the opening leg of the jackpot, you saw I banked Count Hutiku in the pick 6. I banked Count Hutiku in the opening leg of the jackpot 2. I'll touch on him. Now, he caught the eye in his penultimate start. He ran on very strongly on that occasion. Then last time out, he had a horrible draw to contend with. They opted to go forward with him, and he over-raced for a few strides. Despite that, it was a creditable effort. He wasn't beaten too far. Immediate Edge has franked that form. Or a horse that finished alongside him, a short head alongside him, was Spa Story, who's come out and run second and then won. Now, I had a look at his breeding. He's a full brother to Dynamo, who went over 2,000. I think she won 2 races over 2,000.
Larkus's family, isn't it? Yeah.
No, Dynamo is also Brett Crawford.
Banking April.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Banking April,
correct.
So now if you take a line through Spa Story, because his biggest danger also ran alongside Spa Story, you're going to be leaning towards Count Hutiku, because
Ultimate King.
he holds Tony Peters also here. What's the name?
Ultimate King.
Ultimate King, and he's got a more favorable draw. So I'm heavily in the camp of Count Hutiku. You know, prior to Thursday, many people were saying Brett and James Stable's very quiet. But then they had a win on Thursday. And please believe you me, if Count Hutiku wins, people are going to say the stable's turned and you can follow them.
Well, Johnny did say on Thursday at Turffontein that they might have a slight virus there, which James was telling him.
Okay.
But they had a winner on Thursday as well.
They did.
So, yeah.
What I do want to say is I pray that this horse wins, because if it gets beat, Mags will be on his phone straight away and he'll be firing off a message to senior management to say that Daryl Murray's gone out of his perms. So I pray that Count Hutiku gets us through the opening leg
And you,
of the jackpot.
banker in the first leg, Daryl's being brave. Banker 2 by banker 1, by 1 through 10 by banker 3. 10 rand is the spend. So those punters who are like that, they can always add that horse in this first leg. That time of the off time there, jackpot 1, 14.40. Right, so race number 5, jackpot 2. This is the merit rated 96 open handicap. They are over 1,800 meters again. No scratchings now, but I'm just going to quickly bring Daryl in very fast here. Immediate Edge, you won on Thursday. He's not going to be running here. I mean, I'd be shocked. So even though he's very much in the betting, and if he was running, I'd probably sell my house and put it on him. I don't think he'll be running. So your favourites are more than likely going to be number 3 on target, Tony Peter, Gavin Larena. 2 wins from 5. Number 1, Artist Model, 3-1. Immediate Edge, obviously 7-2. I think ignore that. Number 2, Don't Cry For Me. Your third favourite, 11-2. And then Skittle Skies at 9-1 is your fourth favourite. Daryl, nice strongish race here, some decent individuals. And is the 3 on target the right one?
Not for me. I'll give him a strong winning chance. Their form line hasn't really fired up. There have been 4 runners, 3 of them ran unplaced. One of them being the filly I liked yesterday, Greenhouse.
Yeah, disappointing she was.
Listen, he's a lightly raced 3-year-old and he's got a lot of scope for improvement, and he is improving. So he must have a chance. But I think Artist Model's form line is much stronger. Now, we saw Great Tricks come out to win from there. We saw Parisian Walkway, who finished 2 lengths ahead of him, come out and win the Guineas. We saw Chestnut Bomber, who finished just ahead of him, come out and run second. What was that in? It was the Wolf Power behind Pomodora's Jet. And now Chestnut Bomber's rating went up from a 99 to a 106 after that run. So I have to believe that Artist Model is better than his current rating of a 96. This time round, he cracks a draw of Stallgate number 1. He's not going to be last turning into the straight like he was in the Dingans. You can see he's a lovely sort, and I do believe he'll start favourite come race time. The stable's absolutely firing. If you don't want to bank him like I have, you probably have to include Don't Cry For Me and On Target. They are his immediate dangers, but I'm not here to kick for touch.
You're here to put your opinion out there.
Yes, I'm banking Artist Model.
We like it again. Race 5, Artist Model is the jackpot banker again, jackpot 2. And like Daryl says, I mean, 10 lengths behind quid pro quo from a horrible draw, etc., etc. It's not as bad as it looks, that's for sure. Banker 1 by field of 10, by banker 3 by field of 10. And 10 times 10 is 100 Rand, jackpot 2, 15.20. Race number 6, due up at 15.55 this afternoon, 1,160 meters. This is the merit rated 72 handicap. And Daryl just pointed out, number 6, written in stone, is a scratching. He will not be making his 101st appearance. He'll be scratched for today's race meeting. Right, betting. 3-1. Number 3, Warm Winter Night. Fabian Abib, Gavin Larena. When they team up, obviously very strong. Number 4, One Party. Fani Broncos, Ryan Munger. Mr. Ryan Munger all the way from Canada, as I like to tease him. Number 1, Abby's View, 11-2. Same price about number 2, Vegas High Rise. 6 is about 5, Captain Efficient. 7, Prize Platinum. I can just go on here. Daryl, I'm going to stop. This is very open. I could read the whole field here, and I think you're playing it that way.
I could afford to put the entire field in my perms.
Because you took that bank in the first race, that you were so brave, right?
Warm Winter Night's having his peak run. You can see he's a kilogram better off with Mariachi Madness. Don't know why the one's 3-1 and the other one's 8-1. Because Clint Binder's stables, it's fine form at the moment. There shouldn't be much separating the two of them once again. One Party's got a chance. Captain Efficient, I wouldn't write off. He's always thereabouts. Yeah, I'm looking for a result. If the favourite does happen to win, we'll double up because we did include the scratching. Yeah, I'll make it tricky.
All right, so Yeah, if the favourite does win, Daryl has put the favourite in, so or the scratching in, so he will double up as far as that race is concerned. Here's his pick 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like he said, he did go the field in those jackpots. Banker 3 here in the second leg of the pick 3, and then 3 and 5 in race number 8. The cost there, 12 Rand, and remember, you can always add on to these if you so wish. The big one of the day, the Betway London News Stakes, the Group 3. They're racing over 1,800 metres. Good field. Just the 7 runners, but 7 talented individuals. Number 1, Purple Pitcher, 28 to 10. 33 to 10. Number 5, none other, the best weighted horse. Number 3, Son of Raj, that's 7 to 2. 4 to 1 is number 2, Silver Sanctuary. 6 to 1. My Soulmate, Radicchio, the 4, is at 8 to 1, and the outsider, joint outsider, 8 to 1, number 7, Forgiveness. So, yeah, as I said earlier, Forgiveness, if that's the outsider in the race, then you know you've got a good race here. Daryl's with me to discuss this race. He's got some value and a best bet for you, the Betway Insure Bet. That horse is Son of Raj, currently around 7 to 2, and you're going to see his last race when he was giving plenty of weight away. Over to you, Daryl. Here he is.
Yeah, highlighted towards the inside, Lyle. I thought this was a cracking effort. It was his second run after a rest. Now he's having his peak run. Just behind him on the inside is Marauding Horde, who's subsequently come out and franked that form. And the winner is towards the outside. That's Thunny Player finishing best of all. He gave Thunny Player 8.5 kilograms in the Richard Mponya handicap last time out. I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to notch up another victory. It's been quite some time. When last have we seen him in the winner's enclosure?
686.
2 years.
2 years. And
Yeah.
I've suffered the most because I tipped him for the Durban July 2 years ago. People are still laughing at me.
Okay, so let's have a look at the best weighted column. None others best weighted. Half a kilogram best in ahead of Son of Raj. Thereafter, Purple Pitcher, Silver Sanctuary, and My Soulmate in that order. I think the pace is going to be genuine. Purple Pitcher likes to go up front. Last time out, I thought that was a very disappointing effort on his behalf. He's been backed up 2 weeks later. I want to see him return to form. He can do that, but I didn't like his comeback efforts. And then My Soulmate with 54.5 also could potentially push forward. So I think the pace is going to be on. Son of Raj, last time out in that race we just saw the replay of, he's as much as 9.5 kilograms better off with Radicchio, who he beats. So I like the look of him in this race. He's having his peak run. I think the race is going to be run to suit. At 7 to 2 in this lineup, I think it's very generous, and we have to have a bet.
Geez, you made a big case for that one. Eh? Sure. Okay, right. So Son of Raj, there's that bet. Son of Raj, 100 South African Ront, number 3, race number 7.